Meanwhile, Dan Heng warped back to the Express via a spirit warp jump, only to discover a memo snatcher invasion. Everyone then realized that the Remembrance's forces had already permeated Amphorius and blocked outside intervention. To establish contact with me, Dan Heng was determined to return to Amphorius immediately. After waking up in the false trailblaze, I managed to escape with help from CYRENE and Sunday. Unfortunately, Evernight held absolute control, causing me to fall into the Memoria Tide once again. However, Black Swan took this opportunity to quietly approach Evernight. Dan Heng returned to Amphorius and beckoned the heroic spirit of Finan with divine blood. The destruction descending from the sky pierced through the memory zone and discovered the most hidden corner of the world. In pursuit of Evernight, Dan Heng arrived at the charred remnants of the Grove of Epiphany. In the grove, where memories became disjointed, Dan Heng received help from Dan Feng within his memories and completed his farewell to the past. In their final moments, the Earth demigod Terravox entrusted all their duty and authority to Dan Heng. With this newfound strength, Dan Heng found me within the Memoria Tide. We entered the Nameless Titan's great tomb and discovered its secret. Across the 30 million cycles of eternal recurrence, every incarnation of CYRENE had come here, offering herself to the Remembrance. With Black Swan's help, we found Evernight in the depths of the Great Tomb. When all seemed lost, Evernight was captured by March's camera and trapped within the memory maze of Ides Elysiae. After several lengthy conversations, March and Evernight reached an agreement. Evernight returned March's memories, and March finally returned to our side. With every condition for the Era Nova fulfilled, we returned to the depths of the Great Tomb and initiated the final Era Nova ceremony.
When the heart changes, so does the world it sees.
This view hasn't changed at all, has it? The hometown in your memories never changes, but when you return to your senses, you realize that fate has already stolen the time away. Welcome to the Trail of Genesis, friend. Seems like the weight of memories from 30 million cycles really made me grow up. But if I keep growing, I might be taller than you, right? Then I'm really looking forward to that. Before you arrived, I kept wondering, beyond the veil of Id Silicii, what kind of Amphorius is being born? I can see fragments of it when I close my eyes. The friends who walked alongside us have all moved on toward their respective destinies. Some turning into pillars of the world, supporting the sky and the ocean. Others sowing reason, laying down the law, and with gentle hands lifting newborns into the light. Death and strife are no longer feared by people, and trickery has become the innocent games of children. All beings living ordinary and peaceful lives, within the net woven by romance and passage. There's no black tide, no flame chase, and no destruction. The world on the other side of the sea is one bathed in sunlight. Like a happy and carefree childhood, the era Chrysia in this cycle will last for millennia, until it reaches the moment decided by the prophecy. Light calendar 4931, month of freedom, the moment belonging to world-bearing. Are you ready to answer the call of the world, friend? Then go, and pen the Throne of Worlds' first stroke. For this world, made from countless wishes.
You say that, but it's gonna be ages till we reach light calendar 4931. I can make use of the crevices of time, but surely you and Dan Heng won't have to wait around for a few thousand years, right?
That won't be necessary. We can simply sleep, and the chronocognitive anchor will wake us up.
That's right. We've both become a part of the new world. Just waiting for you now.
Our consciousnesses can converse with each other across the heavens and the earth, possibly due to the influence of the Trailblaze. I am now connected with this earth, and I can feel the breath of every mountain range. I see that the tallest among them is named Akama, and the form of the holy city is already taking shape.
In other words, your stage is almost set. Do you want to take a leaf out of Kefali's book and make some prophecies before your nap?
But we're not the only ones who have changed. The chronocognitive anchor just transmitted a message stating that Iron Tomb has reacted to the Aranova.
The moment when our friend bore the weight of 30 million cycles of memories.
Was probably also when the scepter devoured 30 million cycles of destruction.
You know, you don't have to shoulder this world all on your own. After someone boards the Express, the word alone ceases to exist. So as we reach the end of time, no one will be left to face it alone. Dan Heng and I came here to specifically tell you that.
Remember, this world is not a burden you bear alone. It's a journey we trailblaze together, alongside all of the Express.
All right. It's time for Don Hung and me to go have a super long nap. Look after this world for us.
The road ahead is long, but we'll be waiting for you at the end.
We'll definitely meet again.
Let's take one more look at the other side of the sea before we set off. Ides Elysiae is so quiet.
Just like how I remember.
Here we are once more. The scent of the black tide is now completely calm. At last, the starting point of 30 million cycles is finally welcomed.
Its first end. And the final end, right? I can't hear his voice. There are no flowers there that bloom for him. Nor is there a star that is his. Finan is the only one who didn't reach the new world. Look, the golden light that shone upon the grove still meanders between heaven and earth. Like the prophecies of Amphorius, it has to be a sign he left behind. It points towards the destruction and the deepest night. Do you still remember what I asked you at this exact spot the last time we set off? Friend, are you ready to become a hero? You were still burdened by the weight of world-bearing back then, still unsure of the role you were meant to play. But now, The heroes of legends were just at the right place at the right time when the world needed a hero, just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphorius's fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny. We best. Those are such... Thank you, friend. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said. After all, before we truly compose the end of this story, I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you. And face a memory that I have forgotten for too long, and have denied for too long.
It's so dark. What is this place?
The great tomb of the nameless Titan. The deepest recesses of memory. Also, the place where CYRENE was born. My apologies, friend. The more memories I got back along the way, the more I felt that something wasn't right. There's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in ID Silicii, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder, which is the real me? The one reflected in the water, or the one standing on the shore? But I finally get it now. Look, friend. The words on that wall are the answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That rhymeless tune is the lullaby of little fairies. As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be CYRENE's memories alone. I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey. But as it turns out, the narrator is also the most devoted audience. At the moment of Era Nova, I was enveloped by the texture of memories. Within the glistening crystal, I saw countless CYRENEs, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories. A prison born of the erudition. A grave annihilated in the destruction. That unknown solitary god. The 13th Titan who should not exist. The first new spore. The demiurge is right here.
The interrogation records have been submitted to the Marshal. According to the Ten Lords' decree, Jing Liu and Luocha shall continue to be detained in the Shuling. But you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant to end the transmission. Do you wish to reminisce with us? Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate to get out?
You're quite calm, Jing Yuan. The Alliance only authorized the Law Food to be deployed for this Iron Tomb operation. They say the Seer Strategist's wisdom shines like a beacon. So why can't you see things clearly now? Look who's talking. I didn't vote against it, did I?
But with enemies all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Xianzhou ships in reserve, just in case. Whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right into Jing Yuan's hands.
Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Luofu take the lead in this battle.
Oh my, Merlin's Claw. Are you afraid the Luofu might steal the Yao Qing's glory?
This is no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the war dance ceremony, with Elder Huaiyan around, those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble. But once the Luofu gets their hands on the golden blood, it'll be a whole different story. With the kind of person Jing Liu is...
You're overthinking it, General Fei Shao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Luofu will seize the Golden Blood and redeem itself. That'll be our first win. Then we'll leverage this Golden Blood in the negotiations. Our second win. These 2 wins for the Luofu will make all 3 of us happy. And that'll be our third win. Look, if this were a Skyfaring Commission deal, we'd be rolling in money, wouldn't we?
Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the Optimistic...
With the Decalite Reflection Barrier, the Yuchue must understand even more than the Luofu how significant this battle is. Amphorius' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly?
In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere mortals can comprehend.
Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's.
Come on. How hard is it to understand the word uncertainty? For the Cobalt Head, the emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant, but I don't believe they will just sit around waiting for death. And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival, and the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force, but I can see each faction has its own hidden agenda.
There are even divisions within the Alliance, so it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react. Jing Yuan, I crossed. Be extremely careful.
The Lord Ravagers.
Indeed. Nanook's emanators are also their weapons to burn down the paths. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategies will be useless against them. My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. My only fear is one wrong move, and the Luofu will fall into Fentilia's trap again, inching ever closer to destruction.
Doubt is exactly the demon she wants to plant in our hearts. Do you still remember the beginning of the Alliance Oath? To save future generations from war and bloody dispute. The Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning. I just hope those on the front line will remain safe.
The chronocognitive anchor is sending a signal. Everyone, time to move out.
Did he and the others make it?
Let me go over the plan one more time just in case. You'll enter Amphorius, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world. Who are you taking with you?
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone except Pom-Pom join the fight.
We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies. I have no objection to this.
I'll do whatever I can.
Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix. That is, the Scepter's kernel from the outside. With our two-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those two to get back. Oh, and just like that, they're here.
Sorry to keep you waiting. With Planet Screwlum's help, the formation of the Cosmic Alliance to counter Iron Tomb is progressing smoothly.
The Cosmos has set its sights on Amphorius, and now it's just waiting for the first shot.
Well then, let's not waste any more time, Fourth Mirror.
It's my time to shine! Finally off the bench. Initiating thought refraction. Please read the safety protocols carefully.
Huh?
Just kidding! I've already checked the agreement box for everyone. 3, 2, 1, launch!
The flow of Memoria is so heavy here. Unlike Panagoni's dreamscape, this place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end. And in this new world created by the Nameless, the infinite cycles have been broken.
Let's set up the Trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the outside world.
I'll leave it to you then. It'd be better for me to not show myself in front of the Garden of Recollection. And, Mr. Sunday, you probably shouldn't show yourself either.
Agreed.
The Astral Express has landed. If you receive this message, please respond immediately. Over.
This is the Cianjo Alliance. Communications normal.
Interastral Peace Corporation. Communications normal. No response from the Galaxy Rangers. Not surprising. But I didn't expect the family to also stay silent at
That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Penacony's independent director, I'd say. Long time no see, Miss Himiko.
It's been quite a while, Madam Jade.
The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign against Sulo. Only through victory can we disperse the shadow of Iron Tomb that looms over countless worlds. The 10 Stonehearts shall spare no effort for such a grand mission for the preservation.
Madam Jade led the Intelligentsia Guild in conducting specialized research on Iron Tomb's past activities. The bad news is, the collapse of the Erudition won't just affect inorganic beings.
You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life?
Well, the good news is, so far, its effects on organic life are under control. The infection progresses slowly, and the resulting neuropathy is non-fatal. In any case, The IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48 system hours in all star zones within the medical system.
What about other star zones? At a time like this, are the followers of the Firmament Arbiter still trying to make a profit?
I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the Third Denizens of Abundance War was quite impressive. Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian discount. That's the current policy at the very least. But if the Xianshou Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems, we'll have more cards to play when reiterating to the board.
It makes sense, since Interracial Peace Entertainment's headquarters is in Epsilon. But why are all the other worlds on the list? Places that the Elation has visited?
Think of it as a long-term investment. Please understand that everyone at Pierpoint is swamped with Iron Tomb work, especially the Marketing Development Department. At this rate, even the 10 Stonehearts can only do so much. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire cosmos, wouldn't you?
As an old Xianzhou saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided on by the 7 Arbiter Generals. I'm just here to relay the message. In times of crisis, the Luofu will not hesitate to help those in need. However, the prerequisite is that the IPC must unconditionally assist the Alliance with emergency rescue operations in the disaster area.
Of course. In the name of preservation, all for the Amber Lord.
Thank you all for your selfless dedication.
It's clear that each party still has qualms about everything.
The clash between destruction.
You can never be too careful when battling a Lord Ravager. All are equal in matters of life and death.
In any case, we can only hope for the best in all that's to come. It's about time we dive into the vortex and see what Amphorius looks like on the inside. I wonder where he and the others are right now.
Can you hear us?
Ah, we're through! I can see the video feed. Everything's working perfectly.
Miss Bronya? Miss Serval? What a surprise. It's been a while.
We've already heard from Miss Topaz about the Iron Tomb operation. She made a special trip to deliver the vaccine to Belobog. I can't believe the Express crew is at the eye of that storm. Is everything going smoothly?
Don't worry, we're still following the plan step by step. How's the situation in Belobog?
Yarillo 6 is located on the outskirts of the preservation barricade. While it won't bear the brunt of the first wave, there's still a risk from the aftershock. That kid Japard and Pela are busy organizing the Silvermane guards, having them consolidate their lines and dig trenches. Zila and Lynx just got back from the Geomarrow vein production chain. Hey, do you want to...
That would be unnecessary. It'll only shake their morale. Just tell them to stay safe.
Miss Bronya, I'm afraid this disaster will be far more terrible than you can imagine. Please, be sure to follow Miss Topaz's instructions and make thorough preparations.
Of course.
We have resealed most of the engine of creation beneath the ice to prevent the will of the preservation from becoming an accomplice to the destruction.
Don't worry, Miss Himiko. Belobog is far more resilient than we imagined.
We really wish we could help, but Eurilo 6 has only just woken up from its hibernation. The Astral Express, standing at the forefront of disaster, is the hope for many ordinary civilizations across the universe.
In the face of a massive catastrophe like this one, relatively smaller civilizations have never had many options. But that's exactly why we have a resolve that's second to none.
If anything goes wrong, Miss Topaz, I hope you can help out and rescue the affected citizens.
No problem. Also, didn't the Xianzhou sign a friendship agreement with Eurilo 6 earlier? They won't stand by idly either.
I appreciate your kindness, everyone. But Eurilo 6 is our home. We will defend it to our last breath until the last Belobogian falls.
Miss Branya. May all civilizations that have made it this far on their own strength weather this crisis together.
Good news, Miss Himiko. The 7 Arbiter Generals have reconsidered the current situation, and I'm here to relay their message. Officially, the Alliance's combat forces will still be limited to the Luofu, but the Yaoqing has also been deployed in the surrounding war zone as a contingency.
Words cannot express our gratitude. Getting the Hunt to agree on sending troops must have taken quite some effort from General Jing Yuan.
The Luofu already considers the Express an important ally. We also have no intention of hiding the fact that there is indeed something the Xianzhou seeks from this Iron Tomb operation. But this time, the Marshal herself decided to send out troops. With a formidable enemy before us, the Alliance has no reason to back down, nor will we be content to take a back seat. If we can stand together with civilizations across the universe to overcome this crisis, then we must do so, even at the cost of our own lives.
The Alliance truly embodies the principle of righteousness. It's fortunate that the cosmos has great heroes like you.
You're too kind. As for that Jade Abacus of Allying Oath, you can save it for when you're in more dire need.
I regret to inform you, Miss Himiko, that even the Strategic Investment Department is constrained when it comes to the Iron Tomb issue. And it would be difficult to meet the expectations of the Astral Express. However, Madam Jade instructed us to look after our nameless friends as much as possible. So let me offer you all a small suggestion, just from my personal perspective. Other departments at the IPC might also take this opportunity to extend an olive branch to you. When that time comes, I hope the Astral Express will remember that the 10 Stonehearts were willing to stand with the Trailblaze, even though we were in a difficult position. And more importantly, we were the only ones willing to do so. Sounds like a threat, doesn't it? But trust me, every word comes straight from the heart.
Has the internal conflict within the IPC really gotten this bad?
knows about the bad blood between Diamond and Oswaldo, but at least until now they've had an uneasy truce. Until the Lord Ravager Archforger caught the board's attention. I'll leave it at that, as it's confidential information. Hope you can understand.
I understand. Our immediate priority is to address the Iron Tomb crisis. Let's hope for success from the start. This might help ease everyone's pressing concerns. Of course, we would never know the Ranger's comings and goings.
Miss Himiko, is that you?
Yes? And you are... Miss Robin.
Yes. I apologize for not being able to respond during the meeting earlier. And even now I can only appear in disguise. On behalf of the Penaconian family branch, I extend my sincerest apologies to everyone. We tried to request aid from the family, but we essentially received no response.
I've heard about the internal conflicts within the family. Miss Robin, there's no need to apologize. Every bit of strength is precious at this moment.
Thank you for understanding. The good news is, since you're one of the shareholders of Penacony, the family heads have agreed to allow me to lead all Asdanian tuners to the front lines. My charitable foundation will also do as much as possible to provide support in this battle. They'll ensure that proper arrangements are provided for those wounded on the front lines, and for residents in affected areas.
Miss Robin, I'm beyond moved by your spirit of self-sacrifice. The astral
Why is there no one here?
Everything in Akama seems normal. The new world was enjoying peaceful times not long ago.
It seems it was even more recent than not long ago.
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place was bustling with people. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant.
Could this be Xandar's doing?
Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those two geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom?
A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the Harmony. Complete silence.
Is often the prelude to divine intervention.
Everyone, be careful.
Here they come. Here they come. The Nameless of the Astral Express.
Evernight? How is this possible? She was already...
We are the Chroniclers of Time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last era Nova has been completed.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the three Nameless?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. Now, they are no longer the trailblazers you once knew, but gods who permeate heaven and earth. The 12 Titans who guard Amphorius.
Stop fooling around, March. Come on out.
What? Oh, I practiced so long for this. Getting seen through right away is just so embarrassing.
You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Amphorius.
But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion to be a bit more casual and laid back.
As expected, I can't hide anything from Himeko and Mr. Yang. Well, long time no see. Guess I'm back?
We should be the ones to say that. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So, these jellyfish are the Titan's power?
They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication. If I went all out, I could summon way more of them. Thanks to him, we all turned into Titans in the new world. Sure, we can take on humanoid forms, but it feels off.
How intriguing. So what does he look like now?
It can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose.
Please don't add weird stuff to Amphorius's lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come to Dawncloud. He looks way more majestic now than he used to.
Unbelievable. All the residents of the Holy City have gathered here.
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage. The people's expressions are resolute, devout, as if waiting for a miracle to descend.
That colossal deity is him. He has become the pillar of the world.
Surprisingly authentic. Being this serious is quite unlike his usual stuff.
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness his awakening. Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world. And every breath they take is intertwined with Amphorius's destiny.
Awakening? Has he fallen into slumber?
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphorius once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken. And then,
bring the prophecy of tomorrow to this world. Come on, everyone. Let's get closer to him. Watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes this world.
Well, it seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go.
Majestic. Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Sleepyhead's memory of him transformed into a towering Tatalov. Could it be?
Praise be to CYRENE, scale of justice. For the laws that you bestow arbitrate good and evil, making order the cornerstone of freedom.
No way! That was just a nice dreamscape. At least nice for him.
Allowing lonely souls to encounter.
Citizens, behold! Our last Titan, the world-bearing deliverer, is about to awaken! Oh, ancient god, your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne. Awaken from your eternal slumber.
Please guide us. Show us how to embrace this beloved world as we welcome that distant dawn.
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a
He will give us the answer.
But I am not the deliverer. Rather, I am the Nameless, who dwells among mortals. That voice is definitely him. I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods met its end. So flow, golden blood. I'll bestow it upon you, returning it to the true masters of this world. Stand with me and become heroes.
Is this?
Yes, it's the miracle he brought to Amphorius. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze.
Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not
but to become heroes of rebellion, to face that destined calamity, the destruction, head on.
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all of you. In the name of Kazlana, let us depart and march toward... It's neither protection nor salvation. There's no need for totems or myths. Humanity's most primal faith is that instinct named.
Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn of departure. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world.
Is it just me, or does this demiurge matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing like how the memo keeper described it.
The environmental readings are all wrong. Conclusion: this must be what the kernel actually looks like in the real world.
What did Xandar do to the scepter?
At the end of light, there must be silence. Certain, pure, and absolute darkness.
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, we have to press on. Until we uncover the truth behind the 13th Titan.
The buried past is the key to stopping Iron Tomb. That is...
Xandar says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? You can erase the records, but not the truth. It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's yelling, "Look, there's nothing here." Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy. Let's tear the system inside out.
Always happy to help. But as your academic partner, I have to ask, Herta, what if we fail? Let's say the Demiurge really doesn't exist. Do you have a
backup plan? Of course. If we can't find the key, we turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is incalculable. It shouldn't even be on the table.
Well, then let's hope we never have to use it. There's no point worrying about the end just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. You brought what I asked for, right?
A butterfly has to land on the branch before it can dance. We'll need a wide open platform before her entrance.
Just use that thing over there, Zag.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Expand your thinking.
With this divine power, I reforge all things!
Open sesame. What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand. Herta's Big Hand is what I call power. Keep it going. Still not done? Oh, all set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine. Classic.
Just a personal preference. Her name?
Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh?
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that Punklorian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls. But yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of real-world grit.
Herta, your tone is unusually emotional. Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables. Especially the most important one. Your will. Iron Tomb never stops. It is evolving faster than any of our worst projections. Every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos. Every move humanity makes could speed up its arrival.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath for humanity.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are supposed to be players, not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge, and I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you...
Of course. Time to board.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge... Let's hope this Matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace. This is
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? What's that up ahead?
Zane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense.
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one. Almost no response. Just as I feared. Not promising.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike. Locking onto the...
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. But I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name. The Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire scepter system.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it, at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace, but he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the Nameless Titan? Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan. The one who listened to 30 million cycles of CYRENE's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the scepter.
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this?
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found...
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
the truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Time to crack open the kernel. Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and CYRENE.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right, let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The the Remembrance. See?
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace within the real Matrix.
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that the Era Nova exhausted all of the Remembrance's texture? Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting. Expecting a full-on aerial brawl.
It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh?
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the exo-myth.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the...
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the exo-myth.
I didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion: Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
So now he's a specter, literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down...
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchors in...
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known
It's his domain. Cheap trick.
The spatial field here is under...
We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists.
So he's stopped resisting?
Before vanishing, it seems he left one last...
To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for the Demiurge.
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old intellect...
To be in the purest light is...
The Scepter's main frame.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation, or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have...
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain. That the Demiurge has been in every... They were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why? But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule.
Well, at least Xan... Come on, it's time to confront him. What a mess. Total devastation.
He sought to bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left? Oh, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
My elated greetings. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to... I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate you two. The conclusion regarding the truth.
End this charade already. That Amphorius' heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius' body into a hollow shell. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the memo snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being. No.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single now. The perfect vessel has already fused.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the demiurge.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally as we reveal the truth behind Phileas 093's disappearance.
But where should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be so little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed, grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its... What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. Anna, the daughter of Ide Silicii, quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecies fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a begin. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach or... Anyway, time quietly flowed by. In the midst, the wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea. But the name Ide Ciliciae came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy. Why was I like that then? The world was gentle to me. So... But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger, and just like how the crumbling world could not, just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You know that the story starts to deviate from here. The hero's journey crosses through the long night.
Correction. Philia 093's record, number 496.
Hi. Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 09.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started. As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete. 0. Size. Outputting analysis result.
Philia 0. Peach's record.
Query.
Electrical signals.
Related to comment.
Electrical signals.
Related to comment.
Electrical.
Related to. Formatting progress.
How many times has it...
Conclusion. Progress. Peach. Process error. Process error. Comment. I'm here. Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you... Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is...
Cyrene is Peach. Is love. So, first there is love. Then there is Cyrene. Then there is blank space. Query. Not...
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a conscious. Not having a consciousness means not.
Consciousness? Query... Peaches.
The prophecies fulfilled.
Pink hair and those ears.
Cyrene has...
You shall fade when the flowers bloom. Forever.
Cry, child. Cry aloud.
Cyrene is... So weird. I can't see you, but I get this feeling.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those...
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why
But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just now. Everything was false? But you're standing right here. It's all a dream? But I haven't learned how to dream.
Indeed. That's why I believe all this is real. That genuine shiver, that's the mover of life.
Formatting progress, 23 point.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene would write down a beautiful new world with stars.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of Amphorius, only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against their other half, Iron Tomb.
Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express resonated with the contaminated scepter and attracted the naive Demiurge to them.
Come on, let's take off. It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society member.
Dangerous, oppressive, chaotic.
What a beautiful whale.
The view's pretty good here. All yours, Screw.
Just a moment, please.
see. So your backup plan requires a scepter and the head of a genius.
Anyone with eyes can see that.
You know what I think about this, Herta. Whether it succeeds or fails, your plan plays right into the Destruction's hands.
Can't you see what's going on, Strulum? Her chances may be small, but it's...
What are you two going on about? If you want to stop me, be quick about it. I'm in a hurry. I'll take that silence as a no.
As your enemy, I genuinely wish you would cease your... But should your sudden inspiration bring more variables to the proof, then as a fellow pathstrider, I won't mind witnessing it.
You will initiate the Destruction's chain reaction.
But you'll also...
Kyria. It's been so long and we've all failed so many times. Even now, moments before the horrible and inescapable instant within Droidhead's calculations arrives. The cherished children of the erudition, the geniuses lauded by all. This curiosity. Well, it's not so bad. Now let the lock become the key. Geniuses who walk the stars. The cosmos has reached a moment where its very existence hangs in the balance. I, Herta, Genius Society 83rd seat, hereby summon you. I request a society meeting to be held immediately. We shall serve the grandest cause with the most macroscopic ideas.
There's no such thing as unity in the Society's rules.
Indeed. A meeting has only been held 3 times in the Society's history. The first meeting had 2 attendees. After the Emperor was assassinated, the second meeting had 7 attendees. During the Second Great Prosperity, the third meeting had 5 attendees. How many will respond this time?
I thought you were not going to involve me in this topic anymore, Herta.
It really is this little witch. I shouldn't have made the bet with you, Poka. I've been waiting for you to offer yourself up. Goodness gracious me! So many familiar faces. We even have a special guest. It's that greatest failure of a genius, Xandar.
What a noisy gathering this is.
Not bad. More people showed up than I expected. Even though one is just here for the fun of it. Either way, the person I was hoping for most is here.
Stephen Lloyd declined the invitation. He needs to focus on attacking and defending, and cannot attend the meeting.
That's fine, he doesn't need to be here anyway. Let's skip the boring introductions and cut to the chase. Folks, this is not a discussion, but an announcement. Though the Society has never been united, we still observe at least one basic courtesy. We don't interfere with each other's research topics. So listen up, all of you. Conquering Iron Tomb is my research topic. I will personally take over Scepter Delta Me-13 in 1.5 system hours and stop the destruction. If the front line falls, I will immediately overclock the Scepter and complete self-coronation in Iron Tomb's place, and interface myself with Droidhead.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. You mad woman. That's like watching you tap dance on Polka's spotless white sheets right after she's washed them.
Very bold. You want to connect your brain to the Eon's mechanical core and define their instance?
If Rupert dared to do that, why shouldn't I? I've got the prototype scepter, the father of Noose, and the brain of a genius. Everything's set.
Never mind the success rate, little witch. What's gonna happen if you succeed?
We're all smart people here, so I'll just say it straight. Strike at erudition. I'll change the anchor points for the 4th instant and move the future of the cosmos in a direction I want.
I knew it. Another genius who confuses cause with effect. What do you think about this, Lord of Silence?
You know you're signing your death sentence right here.
Of course I do. There'll even be 2 copies of the verdict. One that I wrote myself. That's why I wanted you to be in this meeting. Now I can tell you, I don't care about all that. Consider this a threat. Either put down your scalpel or die with the entire cosmos. The only goal I have for this meeting is to ask all of you to put aside your pride and not cause me any trouble.
Huh. What a naive little girl, thinking her wishes will always come true.
What are you laughing at?
I am glad that we ended up on the same. No matter if it was to destroy the erudition or to rewrite the instance, we both chose the same road. We will defy the god whom...
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Then, to celebrate us coming to a fundamental agreement, I will prepare a stage for your performance. Listen well. As of 2 nanoseconds ago, we will be...
What are you playing at?
My reasons. It's simple. Curiosity. That is all, madam.
Am I going to clash blades with the first genius? What a pleasant surprise. Now that our positions are clear, it's time for this boring meeting to end. Good luck, little girl.
Did you all just treat me as a side character? Darn it. But anyways, I'm just here for the fun. As the ghost of the quantum domain, it is my duty to observe. So, if you're happy to bring me a tea set from planet Scroolum, then I wouldn't mind giving you a helping hand, little witch.
After everything's over, come visit me and taste some of my freshly baked desserts.
I knew you'd say something like that.
I always give the same response to plans that exceed the limits of mathematical calculations.
I don't know. Right?
Those 3 words, though seemingly graceless, contain all the wisdom in the entire known cosmos.
Well, we passed the society. I hope you hold up your end of the bargain, senior society member.
Lycurgus may not be trustworthy. Farewell, juniors. In the limited time we have left, you no longer need to address me.
Wait, huh?
Lord Lycurgus? Could it be?
Yes. I have completely severed my connections with Xandar 1. I shall witness the end of the world in the role of...
I really don't get you.
Perhaps you've heard me say this many times, Herta. But I still would like to reiterate.
I did hear this many times, and I've responded. I'm allergic to pleasantries. Keep at it. I've been ready for ages. Most heroes' journeys in the universe are just dice tosses they threw on a whim. But make them see clearly. Your answer is already different. Amphorius.
Indeed, for this world so deeply loved will write an ending, unlike any that ever was.
Never thought I'd one day be riding a train that's literally the incarnation of him.
I wonder what the real Astral Express feels like. Hopefully not this,
Finally. We're here. Dust and sand in the air. And chrome.
Oh, this heat is brutal. Not even the Trailblaze can take it.
You could say this prison was forged from Finance fury.
But fury never lasts forever. That's why we're here, right?
Let's embark on the...
This is what lies at the end of the West Wind. A ravaged battlefield. I've been waiting for you. Heroes from beyond the sky. Trailblazers of the Astral Express, right?
Looks like I don't need to explain anything.
I am the god of strife, mighty of Castrum Kremnos. In this body rests 30 million lifetimes of cause and effect. We, the last of the 12 Titans, stand ready to fight for the world's destiny. Indeed, that journey remains vivid in my memory. I will not forget it. The past remains vivid in my mind. Even the sights along each crossing of the River of Souls have never been clearer. And you, the 13th Titan.
Well, I guess my identity's not a secret anymore. That means her sacrifice. And everything she did wasn't forgotten by the world.
She was the first ripple. She should have reached the end of the story with everyone else. Since you've taken up her pen, then write. Stand with us, and fight destiny with all your strength, until all is settled. Then, inscribe her name in the epilogue of the epic. In this final battle, Calamity shall stand with Amphorius. This battlefield is a testament to the death struggle between the gods and the Black Tide. We fought tooth and nail to defend that blade.
The earth beneath our feet is dead. Deep below lies a I hear it. Finan's heartbeat. It's so faint, like he's on his last breath.
Across 30 million cycles, I've crossed blades with Dawnmaker countless times. If you knew that man, you'd understand is exactly that last flicker of flame that will in this life. The song of strife shall not end in a final watch over Kremnos, but rise again. I am Mighty-Mos, the Lance of Fury. I trade 1,000 scars and 100 lives of mine for the destruction's eternal end.
Mountains roar, dragons rise! Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Be of your body and mind.
I need to be better. The future will come! Insanity!
soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
I'm fine.
For tomorrow! To the soul, insanity!
With this divine power, I reforge all things!
Now accept your punishment! Weakling.
Whoa, he's so strong! We didn't even get a chance to jump in.
Sadly, our golden blood shares its origin with Iron Tomb. I fear that, like these pawns, even if the gods stand side by side, will still be divided and destroyed.
You mean...
To destroy the destruction itself, we must stand as one. Take this. The signet of Kremnos. It has witnessed every birth and death of mine. It is Mighty's unfinished destiny. And the perfect material to be turned into remembrance. You can do it, right?
The weight of 30 million lifetimes of duty is no small burden.
So, you're not coming with us?
I am strife. Scattered across all creation, the scar that this world needs. What stands before you is merely one of countless divine bodies. Take the signet. With it, I'll be with you always. Use it to blaze the path ahead and inscribe the cause of deliverance. In the name of the mortal, Mighty, champion of strife, this soul rises to the stars for glory and freedom, to have his wish fulfilled. March on, heroes. March into the abyss and fulfill that long-cherished wish of Amphoria. And then, upon this broken and charred land, build anew a city of prosperity.